Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Continuing the conversation with hairy armpits, hairy legs. Are they sexy? Are they not? Ollie on the panel.
I will go a little bit of the other way though, right? When sometimes they got the fluffy blonde hairs. Sometimes that's quite a little bit
sexy.
cute as well. Yeah,
no, that's sweet.
That's all right. I quite like.
No,
that.
we're talking.
I would prefer it not, but sometimes it's quite nice when they got some of the blonde hairs. That's quite. And you think, all right, that's a feminine version.
Yeah. That's
quite.
Shave
I mean, look at Mark. Lift your arm up, Mark.
But if they got
he's got to be hairy.
If they got thick black hair on.
No, I mean it's just freckles. Yeah. There's no hair.
He has got it. Yeah,
more hair than you.
See, look, if that was on a woman, that's quite cute.
That was jet black. If it's jet black, you'd notice it. That's the problem. So if you had dark hair, you'd have a big problem. It's the same with the legs. You'd know straight away.
Yeah.
But if you've got fair hair, you can get away with it.
No, man, not these. No, because like I've seen women with tan or skin.
Some of them got beards, didn't they? You see the women with beards in that.
Yeah,
and they grow them out as well. It's like a lady beard.
No, there's a lady around here that walks with one of those beards, isn't it? A black lady. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, why not? Maybe she's not well. I don't know.
I can tell you something. Right. So this is obviously about women. Now, if they've got something wrong with their ovaries, there's a condition that women get if they've got. I can't think of the name of it. It's to do with their ovaries, which produce
cystic fiber.
It produces too much testosterone. Yeah, because we do produce a bit of testosterone. But sometimes if the ovaries are not producing the right amount of hormones in balance, it can make them more hairy. Yeah, and this is why you get ladies with sometimes with dark, moustache or beard. Full on beard because of their hormone imbalance with their ovaries. I used to work with a lady. She had the condition, and she just gave up in the end. But I mean, you're not talking full beard and that, but you're talking, quite.
It's hard, isn't it? Because you can't just shave that.
No,
because it'll come back stubbly.
And not only that, it comes back thicker. Yeah. So the more you try and get rid of it, depending on what way you get rid of it.
That's a medical condition, and the doctors, why they don't give this treatment? Why don't you can get rid of that treatment? You can get rid of that with treatment with
laser removal and all that, or hormones,
like more estrogen.
That's right. That's exactly
or whatever.
Or something to kill the roots for good. I mean, there's got to be. There has to be. I mean, look, if
they can put hair on a man, they can take it off a woman.
Well, that's why if they like the transsexuals out there, the trans people out there, like they're going from man to woman, but when they become a woman because they've been on the drugs or whatever have you, they no longer have follicles in the face or grow hair or have a 5 o'clock shadow, and I think it's gone. I haven't gone into that, but I think they no longer have to razor it.
I had treatment when I was back in my 20s. I produced too much.
It's like you're talking like my daughter.
I produced too much estrogen.
Right.
And what it done to me was gave me something called endometriosis. Yeah.
That's why I think my daughter's got.
Okay. So
it's all like down in it.
Yeah. So basically, you got a woman's womb, and then she has a monthly every month.
Yeah.
With endometriosis, it seems to get outside the womb, so it's outside. It can attach itself to the bowel, the ovaries, and it's like a little mini period. Right. Yeah, and it's called endometriosis. So that you get real pain, in your stomach, not just from having your monthlies. It can be there all the time. And what they done with me, because I was producing too much estrogen and it was making too much this endometriosis, they put me on a drug called danazole. Yeah, and this danazole was a high testosterone drug to stop my being a woman, reverse it back, and by putting testosterone in me. I was on it for 6 months. I was monitored really carefully because they said obviously my hair on my legs, my face, everywhere would get thicker, so I'd be careful. But the biggest one, which was irreversible, was my voice box. They turned around and said they had to keep an eye on my voice box because my voice could lower into a man's voice by being on this danazole. So I was on it, like I said, for 6 months, and it worked. Yeah, but that was heavy duty. It's like I really got. I'm fair, so I'm quite lucky. If I'd been maybe Italian, like an Italian woman, that would have been a bloody nightmare. You know what I mean?
Them Italian women.
Yeah, they got some dark. They got some dark hair on their arms and legs and that. You know.
But
so
yeah, that condition there. My daughter talks about it a lot.
What, endometriosis?
Yeah. And these things, and she's in her mid-20s.
Yeah, that's when I had mine, about 21, 22.
I mean, have you got past yours? Is yours all like kosher now?
Well, because I've had a full hysterectomy.
Right. So
when I was 41.
Right.
Yeah, because they found. First of all, you get a thing called, you had abnormal cells in the neck of the womb, which is on the cervix, and then I had that looked at, and they call it SINS 1, 2, 3, then stage cancer 1, 2, 3, 4. So I had SIN 3 of this condition, which they got rid of. Yeah, I didn't have to have any chemo, any radiation.
Thank God,
they can actually get rid of it, but they keep you on a cancer list because you are that one stage away from stage 1 on the cancer cells.
Thank God.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's nightmare. Women have to put up with so much shit.
You just shouldn't have eaten the apple. That's all I can revert back to. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, that snake just enticed me in.
Oh dear, because he had the bling. Yeah, he had it going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh God, yes. Jeez. You know what? I've got about 4 and we've yet to go back to it. Okay. What do you reckon of this? Right? Did anyone see Trump and Biden debate last week?
No.
Anybody?
Yeah, I watched quite a lot of the start. I think I fell asleep.
Man,
that sums it up.
I couldn't.
I put it on quite late. Yeah,
bruh, I feel sorry for Biden, man. What's he do? It's like he's escaped from a care home.
No, it's worse.
And when he's guided off, it's like it's his carers taking him off stage.
He's done another one as well. Like he's obviously reading off the, what do you call it, the teleprompter. Yeah, and he did one earlier. I saw it on X or Twitter or whatever. And he's like, I'm the first black vice president. He's obviously reading the wrong speech, but he's reading the whole thing, and he's just like he ain't thinking about what he's saying. This was it. He's reading the whole thing. I'm the first black vice president, and I'm working for a black prime minister, a black president. But this is like the latest. This is after the debate, like where he's come out and done a speech in public, and now he's obviously reading. They've set him up. Obviously, he's reading the wrong speech, and he's just reading the whole thing.
Yeah, but the whole thing. You have the compass mentis to realise
he doesn't.
That. This is what I'm saying. It's embarrassing for America, man. I mean, I look at that, and I'm like, I cringe when he speaks and he forgets where he's at, and he doesn't even know where he's at. You know, what's he doing here? He doesn't even remember he's a president. I think at times. Apparently, he's been suffering with a bit of dementia. Apparently, allegedly.
And
from what I've heard,
everyone's like they've been saying as well. Like his son, who's like he's been like a crack addicted. Like and all of that, he's going to the meetings. So instead of Joe Biden going to the meeting, his son's been going to the meeting, and his wife's been going to the meeting, to the meetings. Like so now his son is the one that is like making the decisions or leading the country. But one, he's not elected. Two, he's like crackhead. Like and proven.
Was it there something with the gun
and with the guns as well? Yeah, but that's light compared to basically he had possession. He had possession of a gun whilst being under the influence of drugs. That's what they got him on.
Look, he's just thinking how much crack he can get when he gets in power.
But he set up so many dodgy deals. So much illegal. Like it's treason. That's why they call them the Biden crime family. It's treason. It's straight up treason. But it's never going to come. They ain't never going to go that far.
I really hope Trump wins. Whoever they put up.
If he doesn't win, it's dangerous for the country because there will be a civil war.
Trump, look, he just cannot be in power for another 4 years.
You can't have the whole country voting for a guy. Literally, there's like 3 states that ain't all of them are red, and then there's like 3 states that are like are blue, and it's like you can't have the whole country like polling for one guy, and then if he doesn't win through whatever they're going to do to however they're going to pull it off, you know, for him to not win, then what do? You're at your wit's end. It's the same thing as what they did with Russia. Like Russia, they don't want war, but they've got no choice. They've got no choice. If you push someone into a corner to the point where it's like you cannot keep doing this, this is a warning. The next thing is we're going to have to take it back. And that's what's going to happen in America if he doesn't win. Hopefully he wins, and they can. And it will take time. The problem is what happens with the 4 years after Trump, because you're still going to need. There's still going to be a lot of stuff to sort out. Yeah, but it's not going to be an easy recovery.
He can run again.
I think, but even Trump. Okay, if he gets 8 years, fine. But even is 8 years. Like you're talking about a lot of damage, like global damage. You know, like a lot of shit needs to get sorted out worldwide. You know, like a lot of stuff has been put. Been disjointed.
I understand.
And it's not as easy as just going, all right, we'll shut down that organisation or do this. It's not that easy.
No, I understand.
You're talking about people and how they think and believe.
I understand, mate. So what I'm trying to say is that Biden, the people in his own party must see what everybody else sees.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell me they've got faith in this guy running the country again for the next 4 years?
They're trying to switch
He's not
him.
running anything. Other people are making choices. He's just a face. He turns up at these meetings, being dragged out of the care home, eating his Weetabix because he can't really chew that well. And he walks like he's got a nappy on, you know? He tries to give it that he's still fit, but every time he does that, he trips. He slips. Poor guy. I just feel sorry for him. You know, because it's like a puppet, but it's a joke, and everyone's laughing at him, and his own party they see it, but they don't want to accept it.
Because then they're out of power.
Exactly. So right now, watch. They're gonna come up with some shit, right? About how, you know what, Biden is not feeling well, so we're gonna have this man step in for him. Someone younger, more charismatic, more like the devil, hey, you know, that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Glamorous, glitzy, you know, has the gift of the gab. And he will be the one running against Trump. But I feel the country have seen the way it's been going under Biden, especially when he had that Dylan Mulvaney, whatever his name is, who's that trans guy, living like a woman, and he's entertaining him in the White House. When there's so many, just because he's in 200 day living as a girl or a woman, you know what I mean, of girlhood, ridiculous. There's people out there who deserve far more credit and respect and reward and an audience with the president than some dude taking the piss out of women. Do you know what I'm saying? And Biden is entertaining that. That's ridiculous. This is the kind of country it's going. And if it's the world leader in ethics, you watch out. It's Canada, big time in Canada, Germany, England, you know, Europe, shall we say. You know, it's going apart. It's falling apart. That's my view. I mean, they will have somebody else in power. But if Biden wins, it's a fix. It is a fix.
When is their election?
November.
Is it? Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a fix. I mean, don't worry, you hear about it. You know, they make a big song and dance on the TV over here.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
You know?
Same with the UK. I think the UK one was fixed. No one's voting Labour. And if they are, they're not. I can't say that, but
I feel lots of them are doing Labour just because they're fed up with
the Tories
so much.
Yeah.
That's you know, the whole thing.
I haven't spoke to anyone that has said that they're Labour.
A lot of them vote for Labour because it's like the same with the America.
Tories
it's
out.
like,
yeah. All right,
it's like one or two.
Out.
There's no point in voting for any of the other parties because they're not going to get in. So you either, if you don't like this one, then you go for the other one, and vice versa. Even though over here they try to make it like a not American system, but it's very similar.
I still think the UK one. I think it was fixed. I think it was.
There was a big difference, wasn't it? 403 against 103 seats.
They got torn apart.
There were 300 seats more.
Yeah,
than
but they were spread apart for different. Wasn't it? It was less than Jeremy Corbyn. but everyone else voted for the Tories, so they got in last time.
Sorry, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. We're just coming to the end of this segment.